Hey everyone, welcome back to another exciting episode of Tech and Productions. Bancroft here with let's say another interesting deck profile for you today. So Larry, you asked for it. We got it right here for you today. This is the Set 6 Sun Gohan leader. It was a good choice. I will say though, this particular build, I don't know if it's what you were looking for, because I did see in another comment you mentioned something about monocolors. This one is not actually a monocolor deck. This is a yellow-green deck profile. And after seeing your comment about making this deck, I kind of sat down for a bit and thought about it. And I was talking to Fluff. I was like, I got to start an idea for it. I don't know how well it'll work. And I explained this idea to Fluff, and he's like, yes, make that build. And then he recommended another card to kind of go with this build. So before we show it off, like always, hit that like, subscribe button if you guys enjoy our content. Also, in the comments, let us know anything you want to see us make. And like you see here, I have no problem making any deck. Just put in the comments, and I'll make it. Either it be just a random leader, or try to fit a certain engine with another leader. I'll take the challenge. So let's get into this deck profile. So Sun Gohan. If you're not familiar with Sun Gohan, auto burst, and it's burst 2 to be exact. So when this card attacks, you may choose one yellow card from your hand, place it into your drop area, and if you do, draw 2 cards. So in order to do that, you have to discard, pretty much mill 2 cards on top of your deck, then discard a yellow card to get 2 draws. When your life is 4 or less, you may choose 2 of your energy, switch them to active mode, and flip this card over. On the awakened side, he is Sparking 5. When this card attacks, draw 1 card, and then activate main. Choose up to 1 yellow Saiyan card in your drop area with an energy cost of 3 or more, and add it to your hand. Negate this skill for the duration of game. So it's a key card for pretty much getting back a card that I need later on the road, either if I accidentally gets bursted, or if it happens to be I discard myself or combo it off, I can pull it back later. So before we get into the main part of the deck, I'm going to go over all my extra cards first. So for a little bit of protection, I play 2 Flying Nimbus, which allows me to discard a yellow card to pretty much stop further attacks by battle cards. Now granted, in this current I would say new meta, unisons are a thing now. So if you fly Nimbus and they have a unison on the card with their leader, that's technically 3 additional attacks if they happen to attack with a battle card and already have a battle card on the field. So flying Nimbus has lost a lot of its steam, but I still think it's a good negate, and I like it a lot. I do play 2 Crusher Balls, so if my opponent plays a battle card I don't want to see, just Crusher Ball it. And I chose also to go with 2 Giant Balls. So I did a 50-50 split, or a 2-2 split. If you don't have any Giant Balls, 4 Crusher Balls will work just the same, in my opinion. But Giant Ball, here's another way of drawing a card, which is pretty nice. And I play 2 Vegeta's Final Flash, which is an amazing card. If your leader card is yellow, choose up to 1 yellow. Choose up to 1 of your leaders or battle cards. It gets plus 15,000 power for duration of battle. Auto, if all your energy is yellow, when you activate this card, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, and negate its skills duration of turn. That was a key card against when we were testing this out. We tested against Dark's Majin Buu deck. And he had the 6-drop in the field. I saw him Fluff Slim with leader because he was running this deck. And he used Vegeta's Final Flash to negate the Majin Buu's 6-drops effect, so that way he could go into his bigger plays with lower energy without having to worry about it being popped. So it's pretty nice. I think I used this against a Revive Q deck before as well when we were testing it out. And I pretty much ignored its abilities, so it died. So those are our extra cards. I don't think there's any more. I think that's it. I think it's just those 8. So, get some self-awakening stuff. Fearless Assault Krillin. Take 1 life, plus 10,000 power, and crit. Not a bad card. And we play 2 of the Son Goku, the last draw. Take 1 life, give this card plus 10,000 power, and double strike. So, kind of a unison handler, and then a leader handler. Like I mentioned earlier, this is a green-yellow deck. So we do play 4 of the check lands. That's pretty much just for the energy and energy only. I mean, if you were to play this card, it does have an activate battle once per turn. Choose up to 1 green or yellow multicolored card in your hand, place it into your drop area. Choose 1 card in your opponent's combo area and place it in your own drop area. Truth be told, I'll never play this card on the field. It's primarily just for energy in my purpose of this deck. So, now, like I said, I just took this as use this leader, make a deck good for it. And I was talking to Fluff like, hey, what about the expert deck style stuff? So we went with that engine. So we play 4 of the Cell Genetic Consumption. 5,000 power. Choose up, and it has a Union Absorb. Choose up to 1 Android 17 card in your drop area. Place it under this card. Then choose up to 1 green-yellow multicolor cell with an energy cost of 4 from your hand or deck, and play on top of this card in active mode. Then shuffle your deck if you looked at through it. I typically don't ever swing this card. I play it, and hopefully it doesn't get popped. Now, granted, we did test it against the Surge Broly deck, and he what did he do? I think he did not hope it. I mean, it was a red card, a red deck. And then I tested against Jimmy's, I think it was my Ms. Massant deck. I'm not 100% sure. But he took care of it pretty easily as well, unfortunately. It might not have been Massant. I don't remember what deck it was. But I played against a deck where they negated the skills, and so then I lose opportunity to Union Absorption, which really hurts this deck. Oh, the Surge Broly, they played Crown Retribution against me, which made me mill it, unfortunately, and I only saw 1. So, like I said, this is categorized more as a fun deck, in my opinion. So, but like I said, we play 4 of the Android 17 Impending Crisis, which is a counter attack, negate the attack, then play this card. And pretty much then I just combo it off and I have it in my drop after that. And once you do that, you get to evolve into the Cell Perfection Reclaimed, which he also has a Union Absorb. Choose 1 Android 18 card in your drop area, place it under this card, and choose up to 1 Cell card with energy cost of 8 from your deck or hand, place it on top of this card in active mode, and then shuffle your deck if you look through it. It has an auto. If you have 4 or more energy when this card is placed in the drop area from battle by a skill, choose up to 1 cell with energy cost of 8 in your drop area and play it. So if I get him on the field and someone were to do something to hurt it, I'm like, okay, cool. I discarded this cell earlier as part of my leader effect, so I'm going to play this one now. So it's pretty nice. And then I would swing this card. Either they negate it, or if they wanted to neg it down to 0, or whatever they would do, if they kill this card by a skill, well, technically it's game mechanic, but still it's considered a skill, I get to play the cell from A-drop. From the A-drop from the drop area. But we do play 4 of the Android 18 under your skin, which is a blocker. Activate battle. Once returned, choose 1 of your opponent's battle cards. Switch it to rest mode. This is another card I don't ever play to the field. I pretty much just combo her off, discard her by leader effect, or hopefully I just burst it off. But once you get her underneath the 4-drop, you get to play Cell Perfection Misprints. I might just mispronounce that, but that's alright. When you play this card, choose to 1 of your opponent's battle cards KO it. Now, it doesn't get past barrier, but depending on what's on their field, this could help out. Now, he does have auto. Choose 1 18 card underneath this card. Place it in his owner drop area when your opponent card attacks. Negate the attack, then choose up to 1 green yellow multicolor cell card from your with energy cost 4 under this card and place it into the drop area. So it's kind of a nice negate. Now, typically, the ideal turn of operations here will be turn 4. I try to hold off as long as possible and not to awaken until turn 4. Reason being, 1 energy there, use his free effect, put that underneath, play him, swing, whatever I need to do, use 1 energy, put her underneath to bring him out, then I awaken my leader. So I'm back at being at 4 energy. And I like this because my next couple of cards I'm going to play. Before we get into that though, in case I'm not seeing certain things, I do play a 50-50 of my super combos. I play 2 of the set, I think it's a set 6 Sparking 5 super combo, where as long as you have 5 cards in your drop, you just combo this card and you get to draw 1 card. But I do play 2 of the Dr. Zero, just in case I don't see certain cards that need to go into my drop area. Either being the 17 to 18, or even my next card, the SS Son Goku, which needs to be in drop because we play Grant, you saw it coming. The Super Saiyan 2 Son Gohan, Triple Strike, Successor for 3 energy. And then when this card attacks, choose up to 1 Son Goku from your drop area and combo with it. Your ideal target hits him because auto. When you combo with this card from your drop area, choose 1 green yellow multicolor Son Gohan childhood in your battle area and switch it to active mode. So you swing, combo, restands. That way you can swing with another Triple Strike right afterwards. And everything worked out perfectly. So you played Cell first. You swung with Cell. If he's cool, good. Depending on who you're playing against, of course. Like, you don't want to swing if you know Cell's going to die. But you play Cell, you swing, Then you successor into the Gohan. Cells removed by skill, which allows you to play the secret rare Broly. Now, if you don't have it, I think that's fine. It's not necessary. But when you play the secret rare Broly, his auto is when one of your green battle cards is of energy cost 7 or more is removed from the battle area by a skill or is KO'd. Activate the skill. You may choose all cards other than this card from your hand, place it into your drop area, and if you do, play this card from your hand. Now, if I'm correct, there was a ruling that if he's the only card in your hand, that skill doesn't proc because you're never actually putting cards into the drop area because he gets played, so it cancels out if correct. But his second auto is that when this card attacks, if your life is 1, your opponent chooses all cards in their hand and places them in the drop area. He is double strike dual attack. That's why, like I said earlier, I try to get down to as low as possible by turn 4. That way I can do all this stuff as restand. And the reason why, if I get down 2 life with that extra energy, I'm going to play either hopefully the Krillin. That way I can swing, take a life, get me down to 1, and then go from there to the engine to go straight up to the secret rare. So, also I don't think I went over it. Gohan has triple strike. So when you tackle Gohan, as long as the Goku's in your drop area, that's triple strike, double strike. And if you haven't swung with a cell beforehand, I mean, turn 4, it's a lot. You can do this on turn 3 as well. You just got to guarantee you're down to 1 life to get the benefit of Broly's secondary auto, which isn't necessary. I mean, depending on what you're playing it, if you're playing against another deck that likes to get run through cards pretty quickly, then you can just waken with 3 life, just do it on turn 3, waken at 4 life, whatever you need to do. And you can still go through this chain on turn 3 and still do a lot of damage. So, but that was the set 6 Gohan deck profile. Like I mentioned in the beginning, Larry, I saw another comment that you had mentioned about a mono, how decks are going to a mono color. If you want to see mono yellow, let me know in the comments. I'll start working on that route. Or if you wanted to see just a more set 6 variant of this deck, let me know as well, and I'll work on that. But for anything else, guys, just put in the comments down below. We'll pretty much make anything. Test us. But yeah, that covers it. So, since Fluff isn't here, I'm going to go through the normal spill I like to do so much. Read your cards, know your plays, and like always, Fluff out.